Hi there, this is Jonathan coming to you from New Paltz, New York in Lenape territory. And I wanted to share with you two things. First of all, a thought on the Seder, which is the Jewish ritual that we do at Passover, and a blessing on this beautiful flowering pear tree that I have behind me, and maybe a connection between the two. So the first one is that Seder means order, but it's funny to make an order for something that ends that day. So I'm actually realizing that in these times that are really tricky, I'm filming this during the time of the coronavirus pandemic, the teaching might be any making of order. It's not the actual ceremony, because the ceremony ends, quote unquote, but the ordering process, the process of making order, is really useful and important. And one of the ways that we do that in the Jewish tradition is to say blessings, and there are these beautiful blossoms going on these days. I'll show you some pictures of them. Oh wow, so we have a calorie pear tree here, and these little white things are the blossoms. They'll be this year's fruits, and you can also see the stems from last year's fruits. So these are the old stems, and birds probably ate the fruits off. So this is a calorie pear tree. You can see these in the streets of lots of different cities. I'll give you a look at the bark. So when you get back outside again, if you're in a city, you're gonna see a lot of these trees planted on your streets. I promise you it will happen. We are gonna get back outside, and maybe you can see a few of these out of your window. This is a calorie pear tree. So one more thing before we do the blessing. I've heard that it's supposed to be said on two flowering fruit trees, and we actually do have another flowering fruit tree from like an interesting botanical lens. So really any tree that produces fruit, including fruit that we don't eat, is a fruit tree. So mixing the rabbinical, so ancient agricultural, post-agricultural perspective and botanical perspective, we can also say it on this maple tree behind me. Oh, cool. So you can see the little maple flowers. So these are maple flowers, and we'll get you a close-up. And they're small and not pretty because they're pollinated by the wind, so they don't have to be pretty, they just have to be open. So the wind spreads the pollen, and eventually the flowers get pollinated, and you have these fruit that start to form. We'll get you a close-up of those too. And a fruit is any, botanically speaking, is any encased seed. So it's any plant part with a seed inside. All right, now that we've learned a little bit about these two trees, both technically fruit trees, let's say the blessing. Oh, and one shout out also to my Savta, my grandmother Chemda, and my late grandfather Baruch. That car in the background, that blue Camry, that's one that he bought for her in 1995, and it's still kicking. Great car. I drive it these days. So, blessing on trees with gratitude for trees and grandparents and durable vehicles. All right. Brucha atya shechina Eloteinu ruach haolam shelo chiser ba'olama davar uvaravo vriot tavot ve'ilanim tovim lehanot behem b'nei v'benot adam. Blessed are you, Spirit of the universe, our God or not God, whatever you believe in, that there is nothing missing in this existence, and there are beautiful creatures and beautiful trees that all of us can enjoy. All right, so now that we've said the blessing, maybe we have made some order in appreciation of the more than human world, a connection maybe between me and you, and between an ancient tradition and right now with iPads and internet. So may you be well wherever you are, appreciating whatever you can of the bounty of the world, whether it's from a beating heart to hopefully enough food to a tree outside your window, or even the ability to get outside. Hoping you're well. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.